Hello everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a delicious, easy recipe, a gluten and dairy-free stuffing in time for Thanksgiving. You're first going to start out by drying out your bread. You take your favorite loaf of gluten-free bread and you're going to spread it out onto a cookie sheet and let it sit for approximately 2 to 4 hours or overnight, depending on how dry you would like your bread. For this recipe, I let my bread sit out overnight. Once my bread was dried out, I then cut it up into small pieces, trying to avoid also of adding additional crumbs or small pieces to make sure it wouldn't kind of have any sediment in the bottom of the stuffing. And I'm going to be saving these little pieces and little crumbs for breadcrumbs for whenever I need some breadcrumbs to make like meatloaf or something like that. Next up, I'm going to be boiling 2 medium Yukon Gold potatoes. Now, by adding these potatoes into your stuffing recipe, it's going to allow your stuffing to retain its moisture. It's subtle, you don't necessarily have a distinct taste within your stuffing, but it's going to allow your stuffing to remain moist and not dry out. The next ingredients on our list is we're going to be dicing up 2 stalks of celery and 1 medium onion. We're going to dice those up into small pieces and we're going to be adding this into the bottom of our saucepan. If you enjoy these recipes and the content I make here on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. It really helps me get noticed on YouTube. Thanks so much. Once we have diced up our onions and celery, we're then going to be placing it in the bottom of a lightly oiled saucepan over medium heat on top of the stove. Once our celery and onions are on the stove, we're going to let them saute for approximately 10 minutes until tender and soft. We're also going to be adding in 1 cup of vegetable or chicken broth, as well as 3/4 of a cup of butter or vegan butter if you would like to keep this recipe dairy-free. For spices, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of a gluten-free summer savory mix, as well as 1 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of coarse or just ground black pepper. We're going to combine this in with our vegetables as they saute and soften. Next up, we're going to be adding our breadcrumbs into our butter saute vegetable spices mixture. We're going to combine this really well until everything is mixed in, and then I will be adding additional 1 tablespoon of the gluten-free summer savory blend and combining that well. At this point, we're going to be adding an additional cup of vegetable or chicken broth. You're going to combine and mix this chicken broth in really well. And up next, we're going to be adding our 2 smashed up Yukon Gold potatoes. At this point, an optional ingredient, if you find that you are a heartburn sufferer, you can add some grated or ground ginger. You're then going to prepare your casserole dish by ensuring that you line it or grease it with some olive oil to ensure that the stuffing will not stick to your pan. Once your stuffing is in your casserole dish, you're going to place it into a preheated 375 oven for approximately 35 to 45 minutes. So if you're looking for other recipes to prepare for this Thanksgiving holiday, I will include at the end of the video a couple of links to some mini pumpkin cheesecakes, as well as some sides like cranberry sauce and applesauce. All gluten and dairy free. And there you have it, a simple, easy, gluten-free and dairy-free stuffing recipe in time for Thanksgiving. Be sure to check out the links provided for additional recipes you can make this Thanksgiving holiday. See you again soon, friends. Bye-bye.